There we go. Hey Jeff, how are you doing today? Turn off this little black box because it's not going to serve us today. No fire cam today. Apparently I have not figured out what's going on with this new HDMI cable I got. So, no you weren't, Roy. Jeff was. Or at least the record the record shows. Let's see. Yep. I'll let a few more folks filter in here before I share something I have here for Roy's benefit, and mine as well. Roy already benefited from it, but he can benefit some more once more people are here. Are you talking about my Smithy, Roy? I mean, I can almost reach both sides at the same time. Not quite. But I can reach to probably halfway to the Smithy. Yeah, halfway to the middle of the Smithy from one side to the other. So it's just big enough to get the work done, which is all that matters. If you don't recognize the structure, it's actually the what is it called? Cedar pavilion that was available from Costco. What, 2.5 years ago? And I say 2.5 because I just got my renewal for Restream, so that means I've been doing this for 2 years now. So let's see if we can. I don't want that. I don't want that. I just want to stop having lines in my face. I don't know how to make it stop doing it. Oh well, doesn't matter. That set of lines won't be in my face. Oh, I know how. We highlight that one. Yes. No lines in my face. Okay. Just not first to comment. Nice. Let me go ahead and pull my... I am just all discombobulated this morning. Where the heck's my tool rack? There it is, right behind me. Tool stand. So that I can ignore the piece of material in the fire while I'm cranking it. Well, I mean, I actually did turn on a light this time. Most of the time I don't need a light out here, but today is just gloomy and rainy. Otherwise, you'd be seeing, you know what? Actually, my cameras are actually pretty surprisingly good. I turn off the light because I've seen it happen before. Even without the light, it doesn't look half bad, but of course I'm in shadow now. But if I switch over to the anvil, which is the important part, not me, it's actually lit pretty well, and a good color temperature for me to be able to tell the temperature of the colors, the color temperatures. But I did light it up this morning though, because it was just a little too dark in here for even me. Heavy sleet. Blech. We're lucky. We did get down to sub-freezing temperatures last week. No no actual negative outcomes from that. But this week we're back into just warm and rainy. It'll be in the 50s all week. The fire doesn't seem safe. Hey, Ben. All right. Let's go ahead. What we're doing today is my wife asked for me to make a bunch more of those steaks that I made last week. And I realized that just now as I started working on it that I was being way too pedantic last week. There was no reason to be doing four-sided tapers. Two-sided results in a four-sided taper. You guys aren't seeing the work. Big dummy. You can actually see it get hotter as I get tighter onto that taper. I could have definitely started a fire with that one. All right. We'll go ahead and clean up. And if for folks that don't remember or weren't here, these are going to be hold downs for some chicken runs. Or in this case, I'll be doing both hold downs for chicken run as well as hold downs for a covered area that we have set up for our wood pellets for our pellet stove. So there we go. Easy peasy. I'm gonna knock these out real quick and easy. And push it well deeper into the fire. I have to remember now. If I come over here, we're just gonna show some bad estimates, right? That's what we're gonna do, bad estimates. So we're gonna go from here. That's about how deep I want it to go into the ground. Then we're gonna wrap it around to hold on. So the estimate is there, because I already know where on the horn I needed it to be to get the size I want. So there we go, bad estimates. Bad estimates by Jack Pines. We're gonna just cut that off right now. Hello, Rosie. My supervisor's here. It's time to swap batteries, but I'm trying to eke out the last little bit of this battery, since I've already got it stuck in the metal. There we go. Now, if I had been smart, I would have pre-measured something or other. But nobody's ever said that what I do in here has anything to do with smart. If I were to bet, though, I would say I could probably cut off there. Yeah, I can get 2 more out of this easy. So we'll go ahead and set this up here to be ready for that. While we put the back end of this in here. A little bit deeper. There we go. How many people we got here so far? Hey, Lisa and Gid. I assume Gid's there with you, Lisa. I didn't mean to open that. Let's go ahead and close that. All right. So we definitely have Jeff and Roy and Lisa and possibly Gid and Ben and Alexis. Hey, Alexis. And Kevin. Well, I think enough of the gang's here now. I'm going to switch to my new segment of the show. Sound like I might be a YouTuber or something. I'm definitely not a YouTuber. Well, I guess I am. I'm on YouTube, but don't think anything I'm doing is polished. So I got this great little package this week in the mail. And I figured I'd share with y'all what I found in the package. So we'll go back over to the anvil real quick. And we'll get onto the surface of the anvil in a better way. There we go. And so I saw a video, I don't know, was it last week, the week before? That Roy put out. And I just had to go ahead and do this. And it said, thank you for your purchase and support. Please enjoy a free gift. Happy forging. Christ-Centered Ironworks, Roy and Jess Thomas. And what I ordered was the happy little elf himself. Come on, you can get it. Get it. There it is. Happy little elf himself. So, comes as 3 pieces. I guess I gotta get out a drill. I don't think I want to punch this. If I do, it would possibly deform the shape of everything else. I gotta figure out what size bit we're talking about there. But comes as 3 pieces. The main blank, that is the outside shape, the mustache, and the button nose. So that's the one thing I ordered. And then it was like, well, I don't know if I want to order multiple of those or other things. I've never worked with copper before. And Christina was like, well, why don't you just get one and see if you like it, and then you can order more. Especially because copper is expensive, and if you're going to goof it up, you might as well, you know, not try to goof it up a lot right out the gate. I got out there doing that, and I was like, well, I can't just get one, because she actually preferred this little elf over the other elf. So we got this little elf. I guess you call him a gnome, not an elf. And as with the Santa, we got ourselves a button nose to hold that on with as well. So I have to figure out where I want to place that, drill some appropriate holes, and put on a button nose. And then that's all I ordered. That's not all I got sent. Due to the giving nature of Jess and Roy, I also got a Christmas tree to decorate. I also got a candy cane to decorate. I also got, you know, in case I forgot what this is, I got a hammer, ball peen hammer. I got a rounding hammer. And I got a cross peen hammer. And then on top of that, in case I forgot what I was doing, I also got an anvil, and an anvil, and an anvil. So I got a lot of things to actually play with over the next couple of live streams. But I got to get the work done before I can play. That's what I've always been taught. Get your work done before you play. So let's get the order done. I need 2 steaks minimum. And then I think I really want to make 2 more steaks beyond that, because I'm holding down the long chicken runs with only 2 steaks, one in each in opposing corners, I should say. And so I'd like to put at least 2 more down. So there you have it. That's going to be a lot of fun to work with. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you and your family, Roy. Handlebar mustache. Well, I didn't cut out that blank, but it's not impossible. I could try to reforge it a little bit. Roy makes videos every now and then. Yes, making holes appropriate for the task are better than inappropriate holes for the task. All right, I am definitely going to need tongs. And I'm not going to need this stand anymore. Now, let's see if I can actually heat up 2 things at the same time. There's no way I could have too many irons in the fire. The question is, can I work both of them? I guess my supervisor thought everything was going well. She opened the door, looked in, and then walked away. Well, I mean, isn't that the kind of books you like there, Ben? We're getting there. Check where I got it hot. It's not hot in the right place. Let's switch back over here. It's not hot in the right place. You guys can't even see that because it's so I've got to pull it back out of the fire a little bit. Let's check the other piece. Doesn't need to be super hot, considering I'm not forging it, I'm just bending it. On the other hand, the other piece I'm working in here needs to be kind of hot. It's coming along. You better agree. You'd be sleeping with the dogs. Let's see if that's hot in the right place to do the bend. It is. Let's do the bend. There we go. Yeah. Ow, that hurt my ears. Scrolling rebar is not as easy as it sounds. Although it probably doesn't sound very easy considering what I just heard my ears ringing. There we go. Perfect. All right. That one's done. Just going to do a quick rasp. Clean off the end a little. Try not to burn myself on the other part. Not that this is exciting part to see, but this is what I'm doing here. Just taking off any roughness that the hacksaw did, bandsaw I should say, left behind. This is an old farrier's rasp. The farrier said was no good anymore. She's probably right, but it suits fine for doing a little bit of hot cleanup. There we go. That's one done. I don't know what this rebar is made of, so we'll just go ahead and toss it down on the ground for now. It's not hot enough that quenching it would probably hurt it, but we're going to go with being cautious. Yeah, there we go. Let's start the next one. Hey, Adam. Welcome to the party. You missed me telling everybody how soon after I get done with the what do we call it? Little chicken run steaks. I'll be switching over to one of Roy's projects that I bought from him, and that they were awesome and sent a lot of extra stuff. They sent well more than what I asked for. Okay. Tend the fire. Where's my breakfast? I need to stop and take a bite, take a drink. I forgot to stir that coffee. Still good. Put my I'll stand in for my wife for a second here and just say, smoking's bad for you. It's not impossible to quit. Kevin said, I made a fabricated Christmas tree for a client, sent her check back. Post office wanted $104 to ship it to Texas. UPS wanted $149. My goodness. Never be a millionaire. In case anybody missed it, Adam says, not here for long, quick smoke break, but that's cool, and that's Roy for you. He will never be a millionaire if he keeps giving double his orders away. LMAO. I have more donuts. Just come on by. We'll hook you up. Oh my goodness, you only charged $70 for something that was going to cost double that to ship, huh? The wildlife, no kidding. In Australia? I'm always seeing TikToks of people talking about what it's like to arrive in Australia. One of your bird catcher spiders lands on a person's face like a face hugger. All right, plenty hot enough. Let's make some pointy bits. All right, good enough. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and grab that other one. Try to get them to be somewhat consistent. They don't have to be exact, right? But you do want to try and have them do the same job each time. So, I know what I'm doing here. Just have to be capable enough. And there we go. That's where I need to be, right there. Throw that on the ground. Bandsaw. Nope, we're going to do this first because I don't have the bandsaw in hand. Beautiful. This is rusty season. If you can see, my anvil rusted over the 2 weeks since I was in here. So, time to break out the WD-40 again. What am I looking for right now? Oh yeah, new battery. That's what it was. Knew there was something I was doing. This needs to go in my bag. This needs to go in here. New battery. Yay. Into the bag. The bag o' holding. Go over here. Find my mark. Oh, really? That battery's drained too? Well, now that's just frustrating. I should have put the other one, that one in in the bag apparently. This is comedy. Just hilarious. That's where I need to be in a minute. So let's get things where they need to be. Good thing I don't have to cut it. Yeah, I guess I do. Might have to do a hot cut instead. Oh, or burn myself because I'm stupid and went for the wrong side with my hands. Oh yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. Dummy Jack. Tongs. Put that back in the fire. Big dummy Jack. We're going to go soak this into almost frozen slack tub for another minute. See if we can take the cook out. Thankfully, there's not a lot of meat there on that part of my body. First rule of blacksmithing, people. All metal's hot, especially the stuff that you just cut off after, forging. Big dummy. All right. See, now, just making candy canes, folks. Isn't that a great looking candy cane? That should go right on a tree. No twists needed, nothing. Just make yourself candy canes. Add a rebar. And of course, it's the style of candy cane me and my brothers always made. Candy cane shanks. Oh, I need to change that message. I knew I was forgetting to do something on Streamlabs. Hey Siri, remind me at noon today. Oh, let's do this the right way. Hey Siri, remind me at noon today to update Streamlabs. That will work. Yeah, there you go. White and red beeswax. That would do the job just really pretty. Get some candles. I could definitely do that. Roy shows us all these fancy ways of making stuff. And I'm telling you, just go and bend a piece of rebar. Iron Candy Cane Shank. Now that's a metal band right there. Wow, you guys are chatty today. Thanks for the reminder, Daniel, and howdy, howdy. Adam bailed, okay. Part Australian. Okay, which part, Ben? That's right. Rust goes away with work. I'm not worried about the rust anymore. Crayons. That would do the trick. Yep. Of course, if I really wanted it to be a candy cane shank, it would have to be a rounded spike. I'm not doing that work right now. All right. I will say, scrolling a piece of rebar is easier in one way um, from scrolling a piece of square stock, and that is, it doesn't matter if it gets twisted in the process. There we go. That looks good. I think I'll heat it up just a little more, bring it around just a little bit more. We'll go ahead and start warming up the next one. Put the pointy bit on that one. Keep it square and twist it. Make it flat and twist it. Are we talking about just creating a pineapple twist? I think I have to do the chiseling to get that to look right, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Already hot in the general area. Heats up pretty good. Let's finish this. Finish him. There we go. Close it up a little. There we go. Perfect. Time to go and hot rasp it. I was afraid I was going to burn myself while hot rasping, not when I dropped it on the ground and bent over stupidly to pick it up. Oh well. Nice. Not that it's an exceptionally interesting thing to see, but now it's been smooth there. We got ourselves yet another candy cane. All right. And indeed, they're actually pretty consistent. Not identical, but close enough for this neophyte Smith to feel comfortable with. Oh, there we go. That's not bad, right? All right. Let's do another one. Yeah. Sorry, Shane. I told you. It's not quite warm enough here for grass skirts right now. Today's project is to get some of these rebar candy cane shanks done so I can make sure that things don't go flying away the next windstorm we have. So holiday themed. Oop, not ready for that yet. We'll come back to that. Let's get this other piece done. And then after that, we're going to work on some of the copper blanks that I got from Roy. Yep. Had to find my little ball peen. For that little project. Candy cane shid. There you go. Coconut PPE. One day. A hula skirt's warmer than a kilt? I don't know about that. The holiday would be Yule in this household. Non-denominational, non-spiritual for me. The spirit for me is the spirit of giving, which is a spirit I kind of carry through the whole year. I don't do just, this time of year, but this time of year is when the rest of the world catches up with me. All right. I do actually have a room in my house that has Papa Noel's, because that's the way I feel about it. Ah, come on. Go. It doesn't have to be pretty. It's going into the ground, but I'm hoping it means it goes into the ground easier if I kind of smooth it all out. All right, get the other end in. This one's going to be bigger just because I'm kind of out of, well, do I really want it bigger though? I'll stick up a lot and then I have to get it that much deeper into the dirt. Let's grab one of these and compare. Dummy. I'm looking for my tongs. They're in my hand. There's that one. There's that one. There we go. All right. So how much longer is it? You know what? An inch and a half longer isn't going to kill it. We'll keep it. Flip it around. Throw it in the fire. Who knows? We'll find out that having it that much longer was beneficial. Hey, Eric. Wow. That's some commitment there, Shane. Was it a good festival for you? Thank you, Roy. You got to keep, I don't ascribe to any particular tradition, but if more Christians acted like they're Christ, we'd be in a better place. And I think that that spirit is worth knowing. Respectfully hate everybody equally. Nice. With a rounding hammer, you've got a round side and a flat side. Flat-ish. It's good enough. I think they even call them dies, a round die and a flat die. I mean, I know, Ben, you know so very little about blacksmithing and stuff. Little being the key word there. Have a good church, Eric. Only for the Sith. That's the force for the Sith. The hatred. Otherwise, it's midichlorians. Oh, people be hating on that one. There we go. And it looks good. Probably a little wider, I mean a little tighter than the other one, so probably gonna open it back up a little. Yeah. Open it up just a little. In the meantime, let's get the next piece out here. And the stand. Not the book by Stephen King. And your journey to the dark side will be complete. Once you can reach your anvil. Oh, yeah? My buddy is going to help me install the air-assisted treadle hammer. Got unexpectedly called out of town, so that project's on hold until he can get back. There we go. Open it up. Scroll a little bit in a different place. There we go. That's more like it. Use the trick to unscroll something. There we go. Let's see. Now I think I opened it up too much. Oh well. Scrolling to exact size is a good challenge for my skills, because one of the things I want to do in the near future is start actually doing beautiful scroll work like Roy and Kevin. So it's pedantic. I don't need to be doing this right now. Yep, it's a little too big. I'm going to actually heat it back up, get it to the right size. All right. Take care, Roy. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, a mandrel would be nice, but I mean, that is kind of what a horn is. Not exactly a mandrel, but what I really need is, if I needed to make a bunch of these, and I am tempted to see if anybody would actually buy them off of an Etsy store or something. I would need a jig. At which point I just find a piece of pipe that I think is the right size and make a jig. The problem with a jig, in my opinion, maybe I'm wrong on this, somebody can tell me, is it seems to me like you'd have to work the metal hotter than you do when you're just hitting it around a mandrel. If I'm wrong about that, let me know. Use the comments down below. There we go. Straighten that. Scroll. Come on. There we go. That's more like it. Let's see. Let's compare, shall we? 1, 2, 3. Pretty close. Just a hair bit bigger than that one. Like, pretty damn identical to that one. So I'm happy. We'll go ahead and hot rasp it. Because I like to show you all the exciting bits of blacksmithing, right? The parts where I can potentially be burned. The turkeys hate that sound. Do not know why, but it seems like it's easier to start the bevel coming from below than going from above. And it seems to be even easier to finish the bevel from below than above. Maybe the angle of attack that I'm taking. All right, done and done. How much bigger did it end up? All told, it ended up about an inch longer. No bigs. Throw that on the ground to cool. Leave that one with it. Let's do another one. I want 4 today. So let's see if we can do that. And turkeys can be real haters. You don't wear shoes during the winter? Horses don't? The hardy could be a bender. True, 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 true. All right, while Daniel's gone, we can all talk about him now. Ah, so you've got some materials to do some fun projects then. You think I'd have quit, Adam? I've got 3 done, working on a 4th. The goal is to get at least 4 done today before I switch into the other project. Good. Rounded side. I'm not showing you the fun part. Can we get to the fun part? like every time I see one of those videos where everybody talks about let's get to the fun part, I'm like, they can't be talking about blacksmithing because the fun part is the doing. All right. And I was way too aggressive early on. That's okay. The ground I'm sticking it in won't care. All right. All right, good, good, good. Next part. This is where we break out this one that I had hanging out there. And we grab it at the pivot point. And we rotate it around. Matching rib for rib. It's another reason using rebar is a nice way to go. Real easy to see. All right, now this time we're gonna have to put it in the fire, pull it out of the fire, and find that. Because we have to use the hot cut for this one. I'm out of juice on the bandsaw. Now where the hell did I mark it? Has to be right. Come on. Right there? Yep, there it is. We'll mark it again. There we go. And just for fun, there we go. We should be able to find that coming out of the fire. Let's find out. There we go. Ah, there's been a couple of big drops of text here. Let's see. Australia still exists. Oh, you didn't want to be talked about, huh, Jeff? Colloquially, a tool that's just called a hardy is generally a hot cut. Exactly. But any tool that goes in the hardy hole is a hardy tool. Yep. And that from our historian. For anybody who trips over this later, Adam is a published author in all things blacksmithing. With bladesmiths, the fun part is the hand sanding, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. A juiceless saw. Wouldn't you be better off doing that roll technique on the anvil and marking it in soapstone? That way you can measure hot. You're talking about marking it, yes. yes, you are not wrong. But that would be in normal situations. I would agree with you. However, the technique I'm using right now is beneficial in that really I can roll rib to rib, and that way I know I haven't slipped any while I'm going about it. So yeah, normally that's what I would do. I would draw it out on my anvil. In the future, I also have some humongous plate steel here that is heavier than I like to lift one-handed because I'm a weakling. That I can also draw on when I have bigger projects like scrolls. I'll show you. Boy, what the hell size is that anyway? It's big. It's big. I'm gonna do it this way. That's 12 inches right there. So we're talking 18 inch by 18 inches squared. So plenty big enough to draw things on when the time comes. Especially the grate that I'll probably make, unless the grate's even bigger than 18 inches. I don't know. I haven't read the instruction quite yet. And when I say a grate, I mean the Abana Journeyman, I think is what is the next step. Grate. Oh, you meant going from the end, marking it off, and then knowing how long that is. That's not a bad idea either. I wish I'd thought about that sooner. So let's see if I was even putting it in the fire deep enough. There it is. Nope, I wasn't putting it in the fire deep enough. So let's fix that, and let's fix our view. Oh, my supervisor's back. Don't anybody say anything bad about her. Hi, Rosie. You're on national, international broadcasting. There's nothing in here for you. Really, there's nothing in here for you. I mean, if you came to this channel to watch an ass in the Smithy, you're in the right place. What? 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 All right. Back over here. Boop-de-doo. There it is. Come on. Not enough yet. Let's get it hotter again. I was hoping it would just snap off, but I suspect if I had cooled it, it would snap. I don't want to cool it because I'm... $45,000 an hour. Yeah, an upsetting plate. The thing is, I have 4 of those, Adam. Those 6, what did I say, 18 by 18 plates? Tricking me into learning stuff? Well, I mean, yeah. Take care, Adam. What? What? All right. This should finish the job. Finish him! There we go. Come on. Put this here. Or, you know, just don't. Set that in there. Put that back there. Grab my tongs. Don't make the same mistake twice. In the same show, anyway. All right. Yeah, that's going to require some reforging. Thanks for closing the door when you're done. That was awesome. I've never seen her do that. She actually closed the door. All right, this time I think I'll do my hot rasping before I bend, because this one's going to take a little more work. And while I'm at it, I can start heating up a piece of copper. Yeah. Just by setting it on top, I think. All right. Like that. I'm going to try something real quick. It's ridiculous. It won't work, but on the off chance that it does work, it was worth the try. Now we can get rid of... Wow, that might have been a mistake. What do you think, Rosie? Was it a mistake? I don't think it was a mistake now that I'm doing it. Come on. There. All right. Get it in the fire. And hook it. This one's been sitting on the fire good. Interesting color that it ends up. And there you go. He had said heat it up, but don't bother getting it red. I heated it up. I didn't bother getting it red. I don't know if you get the right color light on that. Let's see. Let's get it over this way where you can get some more light. It was practically black when I pulled it out. So that's now ready for me to actually forge. Let's finish this hook. She's back. Don't forget to close the door. All right. Over here. And over here. There we go. Beautiful. A little more heat. Got the wrong bend out that I caused earlier when I was upsetting the material back into itself. Wait a minute. Hit it with my donut? No. Hit it with my purse? Is that what that is? Hit it with my pumpkin? I can't tell what that picture is, Ben. Yeah, my friend, my visitor who comes in here. Just checking to make sure I didn't need any help from her. All right. Let's finish this bend and move on to the other project of the day. There we go. And the size is about the same. Awesome, awesome. Coo, coo. Or as they said on the A-Team, I love it when a plan comes together. A little longer this time, indicating my estimation was not quite right or something, but I can live with that. So now we got 4 of these. I can step away from this project, and if I have to, I'll make 4 more next week. I have to charge way too much for these if I were to actually charge for them. That shouldn't have taken that long, right? That's an hour and a half that I worked for this. If you count the time I had to spend ahead of it to get things fired up and set up. Of course, I probably could do it faster if I weren't paying attention to y'all, because I enjoy the conversation. So, now, let's see what we get here, because I've never done copper. I have no idea how hard or soft I have to hit this stuff. I'm going to zoom in here. Okay, so there are people here now that weren't earlier. This is a blank from Blacksmithing Blanks. I think that's what they're called. I'm going to double check that real quick. Not a sponsor. Try that again. Okay, so it is blacksmithingblanks.com, www.blacksmithingblanks.com. I'm going to have a little chat with Roy because he's not necessarily going to get all the traffic he intends due to what I just saw happening. And I know approximately how to address that. But yeah, it's blacksmithingblanks.com, or you can go to christcenteredironworks.com and navigate into that section. But yeah, so I decided when I saw Roy's video of this that I needed to give it a try because it looked like it would be fun. So the first part is to texture the beard. And since the beard area gets overlapped by the mustache, we'll go ahead and texture a little higher than we need to. We'll go ahead and grab the mustache. I must ask you a question. Have you been drinking eggnog? Yeah. So I probably went a little too high. Oh well. So there's that. We need to warm up. Oh yeah, this is cold. I forgot. I'm so used to having all metal be hot, especially after today's misfortune. All right. So there's that. That is textured. I'm just going to set that aside for a minute because I've got other things to do here. I'm going to go ahead and decide if I want, what do I want to do about this? It would be cool if he had a curly mustache. I just don't know if I can commit to doing that. Let me see. Need this. Which I can try to put to use right away. This could be a grade schooler's project by the time I'm done with it. In other words, it's going to look like a grade schooler's project. We'll see. Because, again, I've not done any repousse, whatever that's called. I've not done any chasing. This is the first of me doing any of this stuff. And obviously, Santa already needs a shave. You know what? I'm going to go break out the crayon and draw on it before I do anything. We're going to go ahead and this is going to end up getting its own texture. I'll figure out how to do that shortly. And then up here we'll get its own texture. And we'll figure out how to do that shortly. But more importantly, now that I've got that figured out, I know I can put his eyes here-ish. And here-ish. I probably should have drawn it sooner, so I didn't make the mistake that I did. Learn from me, people. Planning is useful. And then I made this eyeball punch a while ago. And never used it yet. So I don't even know if it's going to look right. It is eye-shaped. So let's find out. Hey, look at that. There's an eye. It worked. I'll put this back here again just to see if I'm right about it looking in the right place. Ah, oh, look at that. The guy's got eyes. Eyeball punch worked. Woo! Need a bit of cockeyed cap because his eyes are cockeyed, and now I've got to adjust for that. Oh, well, you know, it happens. We'll go ahead and grab this chisel. Move this out of the way. Don't need this. It's ridiculous what I'm doing here, so I might not stick with the idea. But I figured I'd give him some bushy eyebrows. I don't think that worked as well as I hoped it would. I said this will be like a grade schooler's. It's not going to be Roy level of cool, but I didn't expect the first time I would try this it would be. You need me to rough him up. Yeah, Santa's been at the eggnog. If Santa's not at the eggnog, I don't know. Seems like the right thing for him to be doing. I know where Santa will have a curly mustache. Will be there. So now it's at least marked, and everybody in the world can know that poor Santa was done in by a fella who doesn't know how to work copper yet, or, you know, draw things. Okay, I need my stump, and I'm blind. Okay, there it is. So what I need to do now, let's see if I can actually pull this off, is I need to hollow out. Yep, it's working. All right. There we go. A bit of a bushy beard now instead of a flat face. Now when we put this on, that looks pretty good. All right, now the question is, what am I going to do about that? Really? Had I made 2 of these? No. I don't know what's going on with that one. Okay. Okay, I know what I'll do. I will do the same kind of thing I just did there, except with this. Let's see if I can make this work the way I hope. Nope. Let's do it with the not with that. What I'm doing, I'll just bring over to the anvil so you can see it. Just putting something soft underneath it instead of the anvil. And then, as soon as I can figure out what I did with it, there it is. I want to make that more ball-shaped there. Before everybody grouses that I'm hitting a hammer with a hammer, there's so much softness underneath this, I'm not worried about it. I'm actually hurting the wood more than I'm hurting any hammers. Because this wood is dried. It's definitely getting the right shape. I think I'm going to heat it up and quench it. And maybe get a fresher piece of wood. Now, do I have a fresher piece of wood? Oh my goodness. Let's try this one. I have a suspicion they're all just a little too wet and easily split. Mr. Brunel? No, it wasn't going to be just mail call today. The first part of the project, first part of the live stream was making 4 of these. Come on. 4 spikes to go into my, to hold down my chicken runs, which are basically just hoop houses. So we get some blustery wind here. It's about the worst weather we get, honestly. That and a lot of rain. But not like torrential rain, just wow. You guys can't see that, and it's a damn shame. Let me see if I can make it visible. This would be one time with a fire cam would be really fun. But put copper in a forge, and your flame colors are blue. I thought green maybe, but blue. Obviously, it doesn't need to be red hot. Probably hot enough now. I probably don't even need to add air to the system right now. But it is fun to see the blue and green flames. All right, I'm starting to see just a little phosphorescent. Is that the word? There we go. Now let's see if my brilliant plan has worked, Baldric. No turnips were involved. Oh yeah, that's working great. Let me get it up off the ground. Everybody enjoy their drink of choice. All right, I've got some good shape. It's not flat anymore. Now the biggest problem I'm going to have is let's put this back over here before I forget where I put it. Can I create a straight line or not? There we go. Probably could use a better, smaller bladed chisel for this job, but it's what I got. You got to work with what you got. There we go. Might actually improve my skills with this rounded chisel going through this. All right. Of course, I just spent all the time bending this in the direction I wanted it, and now I'm going to want to bend it back so I can delineate the ball. Silly me. Let's see if I can do it over this. If I do it over the edge like this, I might be able to get away with it. Yeah, I'm not any good with this yet. We'll figure it out. We'll learn it. Maybe next year's will be better. I mean, it's definitely separate things. It doesn't look right. I know what I could do about it. I just don't know if I want to go through the trouble. Actually, it looks pretty good. Kind of like it's felted. At least it has texture. That actually looks pretty good. Let me do something with a less dressed. Let's try it with this one. All right. Lots of texture now. Now, what I need is right here, I think. Nope, that wasn't it. There it is. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, that's what I thought it would be. Oh yeah, that worked great. I don't know if you guys can see that. The texture is very hard to see while you're working it. There's a lot of going on faith as you're working the thing that you're actually not goofing it up horribly. And I mean, there are a lot of ways I goofed it up, but the good news is I didn't goof it up horribly. You can still see. Let me see if I can get that where I wanted it. Brass will do it. Yep, there we go. There we go. Now I just gotta texture his mustache. Give it some shape. Warm it up and the eyes just aren't quite right, but I can live with it. And you stand it on end and hammer on the end grain. Faulty copper. You're always hitting stuff. It's kind of violent, right? Oh, is the image too blurry? Here, let me bring it in and see if I can get some focus on it. There we go. Did I go too far? There we go. So we got some texture on the cap. We've got some bend to the cap so that the ball then sticks out a bit. It's actually ballish shaped. I can actually, that's a good idea. Somebody I think just said it and I didn't hear it until it went through my head just now. And that is, I can definitely work on there are so many ways that this project could be done. Roy said as much in his video, and my memory isn't good enough to remember how he did it anyway. Ow. All right, so I think the answer to the interpretation I had in my mind is messing with the shape of the ball, probably not a good idea. It's been done already now. The damage is done. Didn't cost you anything to learn that, except watching this channel. To which, you know, caveat emptor. All right. Now that we know that's not the answer, let's see if we can get this set back into a semblance of something I like. repeating what I did before. Okay, I just had an idea. Come on. Oh yeah, now that's working great. Sorry if you can't see it right now, but what I realized is I really needed to beat that thinner to get the effect I want. So that's what I just did. Now that it's thinner, we're getting there. Let me soften it. Got it. Come on. Well, I wanted to be able to show it, the action to you, but best that I just use my stump. All right, that's better. It's rescued. Yep, it's rescued. Now what did I do with my sandpaper I was working with? Now I know working with brass, brass copper, means a little bit of hand sanding is absolutely necessary to get the best out of it. But it's not like having to hand sand a knife, so I'll live with it. Looks like it's time for me to call it quits for this live stream. That's where I got to. Next live stream, go ahead and grab this and quench it real quick before I forget that I had it in the fire. Next live stream will be just getting this project done and the other one to go with it. Maybe even a third one while I'm at it. That'll be absolutely adorable. That with a little button nose. That's going to be really cute. So, yeah, it's a ball again at the end. Let's see if we can get a really good, less blurry. There we go. Look at that. You can see all the texture and everything. Yeah. Come on. There we go. Like that. Now his eyes don't look too bad. It just looks like his hat's cockeyed, which is fine. I like it like that. All right. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do a bevel on the edges. It just doesn't look right the way it is. And then I will probably do some, oh, darn it. I can't talk about it, so I'll just have to, where the heck did it go? I had a perfectly good chisel here minutes ago. Oh, there it is on the ground. Yep. I'm too tall. It hurts to touch the ground. I was thinking along the lines of bevel the edges and then go along the edges, just putting in, you know, try to, like that. So You can sort of almost see the marks I just put in there, where it looks like his mustache has been brushed, combed. That's it, combed. And I'll just do like that on both sides. So, not as curly as mine, but you'll definitely get the a mustache texture. That's the problem. I don't own a curved chisel, and I don't know that I have time to make a curved chisel in time to do this. So, do I still have a length of this that I've already set aside for the purposes of making something? If I do, then I could quickly finish a chisel. Let me see here. Yes, I do. Look at that. So it seems to me like what you're telling me, Kevin, is I need to make a chisel during the beginning part of the live stream so that I could then have some curved mustache hairs. And you know, I hate to admit it, but I agree with you. All right. That will be the end of a live stream. And we will pick this up. Same bat time, same bat channel. Until that time, love and light, everybody.